Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about Superman Lois episode 7. Just another great episode that definitely took it in a direction that I did not see it coming. And just the story that they went with for this episode and how it unfolded, in front of our eyes, and just taking in a completely random direction as far as what I thought they were trying to do, because the whole episode is just about Clark trying to reel his secret back in, because he realizes that people out there kind of figured it out after the things and how it went down with Doomsday and how they witnessed his family rushing to his side as Superman was thrown down to Earth and everything, and just how it really came together and people were figuring it out and just understanding this is not just Clark Kent, this is Superman. And how in the last episode we had that town woman who was being offered by Lex Luthor to purchase all of her land so that he could build his new headquarters there in Smallville, and she turned him down simply because of realizing that Clark is Superman and he died for us. He did everything. He's done everything for us. So within this episode, you have the town that in some aspects has come together, but you have your people that are very resentful, and you have people trying to take advantage of it. And it just kind of all comes to a head because we get the return of a certain character that we hadn't seen since last season. I can't recall his name, but he was the father of Jonathan's girlfriend, and he was a very bad guy. He was abusive. He was, a thief and a criminal in all aspects of the word. And just this is something that really was a sore subject, because when we last saw him, he had hit Jonathan and threatened his life and everything, and so Clark had no choice but to confront him, because you don't fuck with someone's kid. So he confronted him and told him to get out of town and don't come back. And so this guy has returned after the rumor of him being Superman had gotten out, and just people realizing that this is more than likely possibly true. And so the whole episode is about him trying to bring this secret back in, trying to get it back under wraps, and his kids out there too, because there's a kid that the boys had played football with, and this kid gets really jealous, saying how Jordan and Jonathan stole the spotlight away from him, and saying how Jonathan was only the captain of the football team or whatever because of his abilities, but he doesn't realize that Jonathan didn't have these abilities back then. And just being just all around just an angsty little teenager. And they go to his mother at the request of Clark to try to convince him that this is not the case. He is not Superman. You're mistaken about what you believe and everything. And so it's just all about trying to put the wool back over people's eyes, trying to make them doubt themselves, and just to really just reel that secret back in so it doesn't put his family in danger. But it just doesn't work out that way with the return of Jonathan's girlfriend's father, and him pulling a gun on Clark in front of everybody in this cafe that they're all eating at. And just he's not backing down. He's really wanting to show everybody that he has been lying to them the entire time that he's been there. He's been lying to everybody his whole life. I mean, the people closest to him do know, but it did take some time revealing that secret, because you had Lana and you have Kyle who didn't even know until here recently. But this guy pulls a gun and he shoots Clark, and Clark has this moment because obviously he moves faster than anybody. He's just watching the bullet come at him, and just it's here that he makes the decision that he has to reveal it. He has to just confirm everybody's suspicions that he is in fact Superman. And it's with this that he realizes that he can't hide this anymore. He can't ask his family to lie for him anymore. It's just really something I really didn't think they would do as far as getting that secret out there, just saying, fuck it, I am Superman. So this is how it is, because he knows if he continues to deny it, people are going to become resentful. They're going to resent him for making them doubt how they feel or what they think, and just it's going to cause problems with his family and just cause problems just in every aspect of their life, really. So he makes that decision within the 30 seconds or whatever it is that he's watching this bullet come at him, that it's time to let the secret go and just let it out there that he is Superman. And with him kind of doing this, in front of the people of Smallville, it's just another moment, I think, of unity where they're willing to keep the secret if they have to. But he does make the decision. And, when they decided to do this, I didn't think that they would go take this a step further, because him revealing it to the people of Smallville is one thing. They can come together as a town and be like, we'll keep this secret for you. We won't let anybody know. But it's here where Clark realizes that it's not a secret worth keeping anymore, because they have flashbacks back and forth. We get the introduction of a classic Superman character, Jimmy Olsen. We haven't really seen any part of him, I don't think anyways, within this series. And so we get our iteration of that character within this series. And he's not the typical like nerdy Olsen character that we've seen in a few other types of Superman. And he's, kind of more, I don't know, buddy, kind of a jock, because they flash back to when Clark and Lois were still at the Daily Planet, and they're having this softball team and wanting Clark to play, and just every time that the responsibility of playing for this team comes up, something responsibility-wise for Superman comes up, and Jimmy kind of puts it together. And of course, Clark has to lie to him and says, "You're mistaken. It's all coincidence. I'm not Superman." And so they just flash back and forth, visiting various moments of the friendship. Jimmy putting it together, but Clark still denying it, and Jimmy just letting it go. He's not going to be resentful. He's not going to be angry with Clark. And we can see where their friendship just kind of falls apart, where they don't connect like they did. And it doesn't help with the fact, too, that Clark and Lois do end up leaving Metropolis. And so after he makes this big reveal in this cafe and in this diner, he decides that he needs to kind of let other people know before letting the rest of the world know. And so he gets a hold of Jimmy and lets him know that you were right, I'm Superman. And this kind of rekindles their friendship. Whether or not we see this character again, hard to tell. I doubt it. He's probably just kind of a one-off, just to kind of tie it in a neat little bow there, that if we have another Superman legacy character brought in, because after he makes this reveal to the town, after he kind of reconciles with Jimmy, he reveals it to the world. He lets everyone know, I'm just a normal guy. I have a wife. I have a family. But this is just who I am. I led this double life for so long, and I can't keep this secret anymore because it's caused too many problems, and I can't ask my family to continue living this lie. So it's definitely an episode. I didn't see that they were going to take it that direction, but nonetheless, just another great episode. I mean, it's such a fucking shame that they're canceling this show and they're not giving it a full run where we could see easily 2 or 3 more seasons, just because James Gunn and the WB want to have their new, yet again, just another freaking Superman movie where they just can't commit to having it in one universe. They just have to eliminate any competition. That's always been the big rumor anyways, that this is the reason why we're losing Tyler Hoechlin's version of Superman, because James Gunn doesn't want it competing with his new Superman DC universe. Even though I'm sure this one will crash and burn just like the last one, because nobody cares anymore. I, for one, have lost interest in the movie universe as far as DC is concerned. I've been more focused on our DC TV universe just because it's been more consistent. It's been more interesting. We've had great actors come in and play great parts. We had superheroes on screen that we've never seen before, as far as, rights that are involved and whatnot, and just the way that they did it, and took this one show and then just expanded it into this giant universe. Granted, the current Superman is not part of the Arrowverse, so they kind of made that clear, but it's just a shame nonetheless that we're losing this Superman, and we've only got 3 episodes left. We're down to the final 3, and it's a fucking shame. Just blatant out there. It's just a pity that we're losing this show and losing these characters and everything, where they could have done so much with it. But anyways, guys, that's my review for episode 7. Another great episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. I will do a breakdown for episode 8 trailer probably right after this, and I'll release it here in the next couple of days. But if you enjoyed, again, comment, subscribe, all of that, and I will see you next time. So take care. Bye.